Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I am gonna compare the Samsung's Galaxy A50 and the best Galaxy A series model from the last year, the A9 2018. As for the price, the A9 is gonna cost you more, so let's get into the video. And starting off with the design, the Galaxy A9 came with glass back, which is Gorilla Glass 5 and aluminium frame, versus the A50 is coming with the glass-stick design, which includes plastic back, which is super glossy and does look a lot like glass, and the phone is coming with plastic frame also. Now first of all, the A50 has plastic back, but it does not feel bad. The handset is coming with very refined body, but its back can get scratched faster, and that's gonna be the main difference between the A9's glass back and the A50's plastic back. The display is gonna be 6.4 inches on the A50 versus its 6.3 inches on the A9. So thanks to the notch design of the A50, in spite of its bigger display, it's gonna be smaller in overall size compared to the A9. And as for the weight, the A50 is gonna be lighter as well. As for the bezels, and the side bezels are gonna be the same on both handsets, while the bezel on the bottom side is gonna be slightly more thinner on the A50. The fingerprint scanner is in screen on the A50 versus it's on the back on the A9, and on the A50 it's not gonna be as fast as a traditional scanner which we are gonna have on the A9, while both handsets are gonna have the facial unlock feature. For connectivity, both handsets are coming with USB Type-C port, and the loudspeaker and the headphone jack are gonna be on the bottom side, and at last both are not gonna have any protection against water. These displays are gonna be Super AMOLED on both handsets with resolution of Full HD, so screen sharpness is gonna be good. The display is one of the best features about the Samsung phones, and these two are gonna be no exception. The color reproduction and contrast are gonna be the same on both handsets, and it's gonna be one of the best. Both handsets will support the always-on screensavers, and as for the protection of these screens, both are gonna be protected by Gorilla Glass. As for the performance, it's gonna be the Exynos 9610 on the A50 versus Snapdragon 660 on the A9. The CPUs and their clock speeds are the same on these, and the performance is also gonna be the same, while in terms of the GPU, the A9 score is significantly lower in the Antutu benchmark, but both handsets runs PUBG at high settings. The RAM variants are gonna be 4 or 6 GB for the A50 versus 6 or 8 GB for the A9. So 4 GB is not gonna be bad, while 6 GB of RAM is the most you will ever need in 2019 or 2020. The A50 is coming with 64 GB of base storage, which goes up to 128, while the A9 is only coming in 128 GB variant. And on both handsets, this storage is gonna be expandable. And as for the operating system, the A9 comes with Android 8 Oreo out of the box versus the A50 with Android 9 Pie, while the A9 is also upgradable to Android 9 Pie now. Now coming to the cameras, the main sensor is 25 megapixels on the A50 versus 24 megapixels on the A9. So many pixels, but both of these cameras are suffering from the lack of detail problem, but at the same time that's not like a crazy big issue. If you're not a professional photographer, then you're not even gonna notice it. While in low light, turning on the HDR mode is recommended, which outputs images in 12 megapixels resolution. But between these two phones, the A9 performs better than the A50 in low light. The wide angle sensor on both handsets is gonna be 8 megapixels and gonna have the same 120 degrees of field of view, means as wide as it can get. But pictures from these wide angles are gonna be slightly distorted, and these are really small sensors, so the low light performance is gonna be bad from these. The one extra sensor on the A9 is gonna be 10 megapixels, and it's gonna have 2 times optical zoom. And at last, the last sensor on both handsets is gonna be a depth sensor for better edge detection in portraits. The Galaxy A9 is gonna capture 4K videos at 30 FPS versus the A50 can do 1080p at 30. No optical stabilization on both of these, but electronic stabilization is gonna be there on the A50, while on the A9 4K recording is not stabilized, but 1080p recording does have stabilization. And on the A9 we can also capture 1080p at 60 FPS, which is great because people prefer 1080p at 60 more than 4K at 30. and at last on the A50, not from the main camera app but from a third-party application, we can record 4K videos at 30 fps. So in the future we could see 4K option in the main camera app. And as for slow motion recording, both can record 240 fps videos, which are gonna be 8 times slower in 720p resolution. Now the front camera is again 25 megapixels on the A50 versus 24 on the A9, and unlike the back ones, they don't have so many issues. The high detail is gonna be there on both, and turn on the HDR mode in difficult lighting, and on both we can take portrait selfies. At last for the battery, and both are coming with very large cells. It's 4000 mAh capacity on the A50 versus 3800 mAh on the A9. So both should last you a full day with heavy usage. But as for which one is gonna give you more screen on time, then it's gonna be the A50, and it's ahead by 15 to 20%, which is huge. And at last for the fast charging, both are gonna take 1 hour and 50 minutes to fully recharge. So this is it for this video, guys. Let me know what do you guys think about both handsets, and if you found this video interesting, then be sure to like it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out.